Guess who's back? Back again. What's going on, guys? Today we are talking about what the Bible teaches about drunkenness. Okay, let's get into it. We're gonna, for the most part, guys, drunkenness is condemned in the Bible. Okay, and I'll show you. 1 Corinthians 6, lawsuits among believers. So for the most part, this is talking about, like, if you have lawsuits among like Christians, fellow Christians, when one of you has a grievance against a brother, does he dare go to the law before the unrighteous instead of the saints? Do you not know that the saints will judge the world? And if the world is to be judged by you, are you incompetent to try trivial cases? Do you not know that we are to judge angels? How much more matters pertaining to this life? If then you have such cases, why do you lay them before those who are least esteemed by the church? I say this to your shame. Can it be that there is no man among you wise enough to decide between members of the brotherhood, but brother goes to law against brother, and that before unbelievers? So when you have legal matters, they're saying you guys are going to unbelievers, going to the unrighteous to settle this case between you guys instead of going to the saints or to the church, right? To have lawsuits at all with one another is defeat for you. Why not rather suffer wrong? Why not rather be defrauded? But you yourselves wrong and defraud, and that even your own brethren. Do you not know that the unrighteous will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived. Neither the immoral, idolaters, adulterers, homosexuals, thieves, greedy, drunkards, nor revilers, nor robbers will inherit the kingdom of God. Okay? So notice, drunkards, robbers will not inherit the kingdom of God. So if you're not going to inherit the kingdom of God, then you know where you're going. Okay, now let's keep going. In Galatians, but if you are led by the Spirit, you are under the law. Now the works of the flesh are plain: immorality, impurity, licentiousness, idolatry. Licentiousness is just like a fornicator kind of thing. Idolatry, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealousy, anger, selfishness, dissension, party spirit, envy, drunkenness, carousing, and the like. I warn you, as I warned you before, that those who do such thing shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Notice party spirit, and then again drunkenness. So if you have Christians who are always partying, always getting drunk, always going to clubs, always doing this, they will not inherit the kingdom of God. Right? But I do want you guys to pay attention to party spirit as well. And here, this is where St. Paul tells you even further. I wrote to you in my letter not to associate with immoral men, not at all meaning the immoral of this world or the greedy and robbers, idolaters, since then you would need to go out of the world. But rather I wrote to you not to associate with anyone who bears the name of a brother. So if you bear the name of a Christian, so if you are calling yourself a Christian, that's what bears the name of a brother. If he is guilty of immorality, greed, or is an idolater, reviler, drunkard, or robber, not even to eat with such a one. For what have I to do with judging outsiders? Is it not those inside the church whom you are to judge? Let all that sink in for a second. So when you guys say not to judge others, understand Paul is saying, for what have I to do with judging outsiders? So non-believers who don't believe. You don't have any business judging them. Is it not those inside the church whom you are to judge? So your fellow Christians, do you understand? But notice again that if you bear the name Christian and you're a drunkard, idolater, you're immoral, like fornicating, going around sleeping with whoever, right? Don't even eat with those people. So if someone calls themselves a Christian and they live a party lifestyle, they're always clubbing, going wherever, the nightlife, drinking, right, sleeping around, and they bear the name Christian, don't even eat with those people. Stay away. That's what Paul is telling you. Stay away from them. Don't eat with them. Do you understand? Again, in Ephesians, look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise men, but as wise, making the most of the time because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And do not get drunk with wine, for that is debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit. Right? So getting drunk is debauchery. Drunkenness condemned. And in Proverbs, wine is a mocker, strong drink a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. Right? So you're stupid. And then more proof. For the drunkard and the glutton will come to poverty, and drowsiness will clothe a man with rags. And in Romans, let us conduct ourselves becomingly as in the day, not in reviling and drunkenness, not in debauchery and licentiousness, not in quarreling and jealousy. Do you understand how, as Christians, you are to conduct yourself? You are not to do the things that the pagans do, that the world does, non-believers do. So when you guys call yourselves Christians, when you guys are just going around doing whatever you want, sleeping with whoever, getting drunk at clubs, doing all this shit, it's not cool, man. And now I'm going to show you that not all cases of drinking is bad. So drinking in itself is not bad, but it's drunkenness that's bad. No longer drink only water, but use a little wine for the sake of your stomach and your frequent ailments. A little, guys, a little. Don't take it out of context. And don't take it too far. And then here, even the first miracle Jesus does that's recorded in the Bible, right? Where he turns water into wine. When the wine failed, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "O woman, what have you to do with me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." I just want to pause there. A lot of you guys say that Jesus rebukes his own mother here and tries to say that she was rebuked because she was like sinning. That's not, if she was sinning, why would Jesus then go and continue to help her in her sin? Like, you guys don't make sense on that one. Anyway, now 6 stone jars were standing there for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to them, "Fill the jars with water," and they filled them up to the brim. He said to them, "Now draw some out and take to the steward of the feast." So they took it, and the steward of the feast tasted the water, now become wine, and did not know where it came from. The steward of the feast called the bridegroom and said to him, "Every man serves the good wine first, and when they have drunk freely, then the poor wine, but you have kept the good wine until now." Right? So understand that, like, there are certain times where drinking is okay, right? Like, if you want to celebrate at a wedding, like, you want to celebrate people getting married, like, a Christian marriage, by the way, not right. It's okay to celebrate like that, but the partying is not cool, guys. You got to know the difference. And then in Psalms, and I'll end it off here just to show you that not all forms of drinking is bad. "Thou makest springs gush forth in the valleys. They flow between the hills. They have drink to every beast of the field. The wild asses quench their thirst. By them the birds of the air have their habitation. They sing among the branches. From the lofty abode thou waterest the mountains. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy work. Thou dost cause the grass to grow for the cattle and plants for man to cultivate, that he may bring forth food from the earth, and wine to gladden the heart of man, oil to make his face shine, and bread to strengthen man's heart." All right, guys. So not all cases of drinking is bad, but partying and drinking like degenerates it will lead to damnation, according to Paul, according to the Bible. So be careful. And St. Paul talks about not to associate yourselves with Christians who are living that lifestyle, who are going around getting drunk, partying, being sexually immoral, being greedy, So if someone calls themselves a Christian, you are to judge them, right? You are to make judgment calls based off of their works, based off of who they are, right? Because if you say you're a Christian, but you don't follow the commands that were given to you, we are not to associate with you, not even to eat with you, according to Paul. But I hope you guys learned a little something today. This one was a quick one. I just wanted to get into it. I may go in depth in another video about this, but I think you guys got the idea. Not all forms of drinking is bad. It's just the degenerate partying, drinking that's bad. But I hope you guys like this video. God bless you. Till next time.